What is up, everybody? Bandit Chad here for another Taco Tuesday. So you may notice that we are indeed in Chad's truck, and the reason for that is, unfortunately, last week, you may have already seen it on Instagram, but I was the recipient, let's call it, of a hit and run. To be honest with you, I wasn't real happy about it. I'd been in class, and I'd actually moved my truck inside to the parking garage because it was calling for hail. However, once I got done with the day and walked back to my truck, the license plate was laying on the ground, my bumper was a little messed up, and there you have it. I did contact the police, but, you know, finding somebody that, you know, hit me is going to be pretty difficult, more than likely. But I do have the parts coming, but I'm trying not to drive my truck as much as possible since I don't have a way to put on that front license plate. You know, I don't want to get pulled over for just stupid reasons and everything like that. So you probably won't be seeing my truck here for the next couple days as much, but you know, stay tuned, and it will be back, and it is more or less okay. It is just you know, on those TRD off-roads, it has a black bumper insert in the front, whereas on a Sport it's painted. So I guess I did get lucky because that is the part that got messed up. You know, I won't have to mess with paint or anything like that, but it's just kind of a crappy situation, to be honest with you, and it did kind of ruin my day. But we are better now. Everything is all right, and you know, I hope you all had a much better week than I did. But you know, looking at some other things that happened this week, there was a police chase, I believe in Louisiana, with a Tacoma. So from what I could understand, about an 18-year-old kid had broken out of jail and was riding in the shotgun seat where I'm at right now. I've not broken out of jail, and I'm not a convict.
And you're not going to steal my truck.
I'm not stealing Chad's truck, actually. But the driver got pulled over and got out of the vehicle to talk to the police officer, and the person in my position jumped the console here, got behind the wheel of the truck, and took off. And I believe they got up to, what, 115 miles per hour or something like that?
I think so. I mean, probably as fast as the truck can go.
Yeah, I mean, we've never tested that. Not anywhere close to 115 miles per hour, to be completely honest with you.
No.
What's the speedometer say?
Up to 140.
Right, but that's just a recommendation at what speed it could go. I mean,
exactly.
I mean, that's pretty quick. 115 miles per hour is really moving. But anyhow, the police chase ended up coming to a close when the Tacoma hit a spike strip, kind of veered off the road, hit a ditch between the two lanes, you know, one going one direction, one going the other, and launched, it looked like really, really high in the air. I will put a video of all of this in the description of the video, but it was pretty crazy. I mean, it looked like that truck was probably 20 to 30 feet up in the air.
He was flying.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, but the truck hit the ditch, went up in the air, and actually landed on a Toyota Corolla with a lady in it. Now, everyone was okay. Everyone walked away with not really any injuries, but how crazy is that?
Yeah.
Apparently, Mike Swears and the rest of the Toyota engineers had planned for all of this. They did apparently jump the trucks in testing, and that's why it's okay, because if you remember when the first generation Raptors came out, people tried to jump those and they broke in half. So obviously there's no frame issues with these trucks, and great job Toyota. And honestly, I think Toyota should use all of this as a commercial and have the video of it, and say that Toyota promotes safety, because you can take your Toyota and land on another Toyota and everyone's perfectly fine. I mean, that's really crazy. And in all seriousness, we are really lucky that everyone was okay. But if you haven't seen that video, you really ought to check it out, because it was pretty nuts, to say the least.
It was something else. In other news, there is a new all-electric truck out there called the Workhorse. Now, you can get that for about $60,000. It has about an 80-mile range, but you can also get a range extender on it, you know, and that's the engine that you can get in it.
Right, so that would be, you know, kind of like a gas generator that would then, you know, charge up the electric battery pack.
Right.
But you know, that's nowhere close to what a Tesla's range is or anything like that. You know, it is four-wheel drive and everything, just like a Tesla would be. But a Tesla you can get with a 100 kilowatt battery pack, and I don't think this would be anywhere close if you're only getting an 80-mile range on that. But I think it did say it would tow around 5,000 to 6,000 pounds, you know, which is in line with other mid-sized trucks. So, you know, they're not too far off, but, you know, I'm not sure how many truck people would be interested in an electric vehicle. I'd be interested to hear your all's thoughts on that. In other news this week, you know, Chevy with their OnStar system does offer a mobile hotspot within their vehicles, you know, with the LTE data. kind of like a Wi-Fi type system. And now they're selling plans where you can get unlimited data within your vehicle. So I guess before you were constricted with the amount of data you could use within your vehicle. Now you can get an unlimited plan, similar to a cell phone or something like that. I'm sure that is a fairly expensive option to go with. But
so.
If you are in your vehicle all the time, conducting business, transporting around teenagers or something like that, I'm sure that would be very much welcome. Also, there is a Tacoma World meetup at Flagpole, which is one of the trails that we frequent outside of Harrisonburg, Virginia. If you are interested, I've heard that it is on the Tacoma World Forum, and you should go there and sign up for that. I think we're going to try to go, but it sounds like they already have 30 rigs going up there as of now, so they might be splitting up into a couple different groups. But if you would like to meet up with Chad and I, that's probably the best opportunity as of now to go ahead and do that. And like I said, we are going to try to go with our schedules, but I believe it is March 24th through the 26th. We're going to go up there, hit some trails, probably camp in the evenings and hang out a little bit. But it should definitely be a good time, especially if the weather is as mild as it's been lately. It should be a really good time.
Right.
But that pretty much wraps up everything we have to talk about for this week. Thank you all very much for tuning in and watching again this week. Have a fantastic week, everybody. We'll catch you next time.
See you guys.